You're watching NewsX. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. The Delhi government has said that they will conduct artificial rain exercise in Delhi on the 20th and 21st of November, depending on the weather conditions. The exercise will be conducted by IIT Kanpur, who will use the cloud seeding technique. The visuals on your screen are of the artificial rain test Kanpur conducted in June 2023. But is this realistic? Delhi has adopted odd-even schemes, construction bans, and now claiming to use this science to provide relief to the people of Delhi. But are these long-term solutions is the big question. Joining us at this point is Prakash Kolivard, CMD, Kyathi Climate Modification Consultancy. We also have Group Captain V.N. Jha, former Joint Director DRDO, joining us live. Wing Commander Sudhakaran, former Indian Air Force officer, is joining us live, and CEO of Q-Gates Technology. We also have Professor S.K. Dhaka, former ISRO scientist, live with us. Dr. Yash Javeri from Regency Hospital, DIRT, Critical Care Medicine, is also with us live. Let me get started with you first, Prakash Kolivard, on what you make of this plan of the Delhi government. Do you believe it's scientific? Do you believe it will yield results?
Yeah, I'm Prakash here, and I'm in this business since 2009, business of cloud seeding. Am I audible?
Yes, absolutely, sir.
Yeah, this is a very scientific approach. This is not called as artificial rain. We should call this as a rain enhancement program. So basically, having said that, this is a very scientific, proven technology. Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology under Ministry of Earth Science has done extensive research on this for the past 30 years. And I was involved in the last 10 years of research, and this is a proven technology.
Okay. And do you believe it could yield results? Do you believe it is likely to provide relief in air quality for Delhi citizens?
No. See, the timing is wrong. See, basically, for cloud seeding, you need to have a cloud. You can't create a cloud. So this is not the right time to do cloud seeding in Delhi because there are no clouds in Delhi. So the only possibility for doing cloud seeding in India is only the retrieving clouds which are available in Tamil Nadu. Nowhere else you can do cloud seeding in India.
So you believe the experiment is unlikely to be a success in Delhi?
No, I don't think there will be a project like that because there are no clouds in Delhi. There are no clouds in North India.
Yes, I think they've said it. I think they've said it will happen depending on the weather conditions.
See, that's what I know the weather since I'm a weatherman since 10 to 15 years. There'll be no clouds in North India whatsoever as far as I'm concerned, unless there is some depression or some cyclone or something like that. Otherwise, the monsoon is over in North India.
So why make this suggestion then? That's pretty bizarre, don't you believe?
Yeah, in 2019 also, I had received a request from Delhi government. I had written a letter very clearly to them. We can't create clouds. We have to seed the cloud whenever they are available. This I made it very clear to the Delhi government in 2019, I believe.
Right.
So they told me in the same time, around November and December, they asked me for it. I said, this is not the time for cloud seeding. There are no clouds over North India at all. That was the suggestion. And I'd written it was a written reply to those people in Delhi saying that it is not possible to do.
So are you surprised then that they're suggesting it again?
Yeah, I don't know. Are they expecting, I don't know, IMD is expecting some depression somewhere else or cyclone, something. Maybe if they have that information, I don't know. Otherwise,
now reportedly, IIT Kanpur tried this artificial rain test. I don't know if you've had a chance to see those visuals. We're putting it out on our screens right now. They tried this.
No, I'm not in front of the TV, but I've read about it.
Yes.
Yes. They've been trying. They've approached me also earlier for the modification of their aircraft. Of course, yes, they have done some sort of research, but the most reliable research is going to be the Ministry of Earth Science, the central government the ministry under the Prime Minister himself. Ministry of Earth Science has done 30 years of extensive research on this. I think that is more authentic than anything else.
Okay. What do you believe then could be a possible solution if not this?
You mean to say for the pollution in Delhi?
Yes.
The cannon spray, there's something called, some technology known as cannon spray. This is the atomized spray of water from a mobile truck. This could be a solution now, as of now. But if yes, if during monsoon, definitely cloud seeding would be a better option.
Because this is very worrying for people of Delhi watching the program, Prakashji, what you're saying. Obviously you're saying it is bound to be a failure. It's not going to provide any relief. Then people wonder what will. Why are such bizarre suggestions then being given? The government is clearly not serious. The Supreme Court also said that odd even is mere optics. Trying to introduce odd even is also not a long-term solution. And you're saying nor is this.
Yeah, basically, you see, it's not about Delhi government or any other governments. Basically, the awareness of cloud seeding is very low in India. The government should concentrate, the central government should concentrate on publishing the results, what have come from the 30 years of research. Only then the state governments can get the information, because no state government have the department or a scientific capability to understand cloud seeding.
Yes. Also, I would like to quickly ask you, Prakash, about whether other governments have tried this technique of yours for providing, relief from, say, pollution or something else in India. Cloud seeding?
No, not for pollution per se.
Yeah.
But of course, for rain enhancement, for the drought relief, for mitigating the drought, we have tried this in Karnataka, we have tried this in Maharashtra, and the central government research has tried it all over the country, which I was part of.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prakash Koliwar, for joining us with your perspective on that story. Let me bring in Group Captain V.N. Jha. Group Captain V.N. Jha, what do you make of this latest suggestion of the Delhi government or plans of theirs now for cloud seeding for artificial rain? Is it going to be successful? Is it going to provide any relief? Is it a scientific solution?
Thank you very much for taking up this particular cause, because it is startling everyone. Anyone who knows the basics of the science, it is startling everyone. Like Prakash told you, unless you have cloud, you cannot do the cloud seeding. Seeding happens, I think it is silver nitrate, silver iodide. These are the small chemicals which provide the nucleus for the water molecules to be drawn together, joined together, and that keeps on increasing in the mass and the bulk, and that becomes a rain and falls down. Now, that is the basics of the science. No doubt that cloud seeding has succeeded earlier in the past. We here in Bangalore, we have experienced it. It has been experimented so many times. And elsewhere, China has done so much of research onto this, and they have had success with all this. Entire world has been trying this, and wherever there is a quantum theory applicable in the sense for the cloud seeding to happen, for the rain to fall, that much of humidity, moisture, water vapor has to be present there at the level that you are trying to do the cloud seeding. If that cloud is not there, if that moisture is not there, in the atmosphere we have got various layers. The lowest layer is the troposphere. In the troposphere we have got all these cloud phenomena happening, day in, day out, or weather phenomena in different geological areas. That is the crux of the event, that below the tropopause, within the troposphere, there are moisture, and if the moisture is there, sufficient amount of moisture is there, like cloud, various types of cloud could be there, cirrus or nimbus or whatever it is there. Those types of cloud, if someone attempts to do this, make the nucleus of the water molecules, that is the cloud seeding, then of course rainfall will be happening. But look at here, what is the aim of this rainfall? They are going to trying to reduce the pollution created by the smog coming from somewhere else. Suppose, it is not going to succeed because there is no cloud over the Delhi region right now. But suppose even if they succeed in creating some, few drops of rain here and there, it is not going to affect, because smog is continuously coming from Punjab side. And today, Arvind Kejriwal cannot tell his counterpart in Punjab, cannot make that point public, that the smog is coming from the Punjab, so you have to control at its source rather than doing all this jiggery-poggedy. I don't think it is anywhere scientific. Yes, I understand. Arvind Kejriwal is from IIT, Kharagpur or somewhere. He has passed out with a mechanical degree, but this mechanical degree will not yield in the cloud seeding and causing rain to reduce the pollution to an extent that people will be able to breathe there. Uday.
Okay, let me quickly, in fact, also rope in Wing Commander Sudhakaran. Wing Commander Sudhakaran, how scientific is this solution being offered now by the Delhi government, and what are likely to be its results if it is tried?
Well, I can only laugh at what is going on, because as an engineer by profession, I cannot really, see any level of sense in what these people are talking about. And I will quickly sum up my points in one or two. But before that, I will add a phrase. There are two ways that we can be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true, and the other is refuse to believe what is true. To be led by a coward is to be controlled by all that the coward fears. To be led by a fool is to be led by the opportunist who controls the fool. To be led by a thief is to offer your most precious treasures to be stolen. To be led by a liar is to ask to be told lies. To be led by a tyrant is to sell yourself and those you love into slavery. This is what is happening to Delhi. They know only to fool you. Last year, he told that the entire Parali exercise will come to a knot and Delhi needs just a year to breathe clean air. And today they are revisiting a concept which was defied. In your own panelists have said that without clouds, you cannot induce rain. Whom are they trying to fool here? And above, on top of that, I don't know if India's intellect has gone so low that we don't understand that to combat one form of pollution, we are introducing another form of pollution. What happens when an artificial rain is induced? You're talking about playing with silver iodide. You're talking about playing with dry ice. You're talking about playing with salt. You're talking about playing with calcium chloride, aluminum sulfate, and lithium chloride. You are consuming that directly. Air pollution is far more better than the evil toxic effects induced by the chemicals of artificial rain, because that gets into the system. At least here, the lungs are there to protect you and give you some level of defense. But there, even a healthy man who's going to consume a significant amount of all these chemicals is going to get into the hospital far more quicker than what an air pollution will do to his body. Now, this is the kind of absurdity that we are living with. We don't know what we are getting into. We are not trying to solve the problem here, but we are trying to create another problem of sorts. We have pollution in the air. For that, the only way that we can, solve this problem is either stop polluting it by burning less, by making our vehicles more cleaner, by making our power generation more cleaner, by making our building and construction more cleaner, by living a far more healthier lifestyle, by bringing the carbon footprint lesser. Now, if you can't afford to do that, and we are still some way compelled to get into all these things, then the next big thing that you can do is process air at a scale. Create artificial lungs for the entire society. That is where, when you are imposing cess, when you are imposing these green tax on the vehicles, use that money to only clear pollution, not to fill up your coffers and then give advertisements in paper and then say, मैं आपका भाई हूँ, बेटा हूँ, ये यहाँ पे झंडा लगा दिया, and then you put your photographs all over your city. That's not where you spend the money. 900 crores is what he spent on the advertisements. Now, if that money had to build in some level of artificial lungs into the city, which can process air at scale, create some kind of a rotation in the air map of Delhi, we could have done far more better. The smog towers in CP are not functional. Go to UP, neighboring UP, in that stretch of D&D, the smog towers are functioning and you can see the result at least there, localized. Delhi peoples are being fooled big time, and I'm actually surprised these peoples are getting only those peoples back because probably they want free electricity, and in that bargain, they're actually reducing their life. And these guys probably know that this lie will sell and sell consistently. That's why they're selling this rain. If they understand this, if the people understand this, they will survive. Otherwise, like what I told, they have, led themselves, given the opportunity to a fool, to a thief, to a liar, and to a coward. And God save them. We can only sit and discuss. I'm sorry of being passionate about this, but then this nonsense has been going on year after year, promises after promises. The same thing was
no
told
long-term
about
solutions being taken. Professor Dhaka, come in here. On now this thought of cloud seeding, artificial rain, how scientific is the solution? Is there any possibility of it in Delhi? What do you make of this suggestion?
Thank you, Uday. I think I take a couple of minutes because to introduce this pollution problem. And as Wing Commander Sudhakaran and Dr. Jha already mentioned, that we are having part of this maybe 10 to 40% coming from Punjab and Haryana, which is pumping every day because of the fire, so burning residue. And we are having in Delhi, the wind speed is very, very low. So whatever is emission is taking place in the city, there is a stagnation, it is staying there, there is no dispersion. And the reason is that we are having less sunlight, we are having less wind speed, and there is whatever is generated here, it is all staying here. So you are having, let us say, X value of my city, and the Y value is coming from Punjab and Haryana, which is true. There are many results, many simulations that it is coming from there. Of course, we are not going to argue that who is producing and why they are producing, where they should go, farmer what should do. That is a different story. But it is like 40% if it is coming from there. Then you can imagine that it is all staying here. We are dying 11.9 years, our life is reduced. And our Honorable Supreme Court is asking the top bureaucrat from Delhi and from neighboring states that you stop this, and we don't know what should be the procedure. It is your duty to find out this. And this is what is happening for the last 15, 20 years. We are suffering. Our lungs has gone bad. We can't breathe. Eye irritation we are having. Our throat problem, throat infection. So these are the things. Lung capacity is reduced. So number of things is happening on our health. Now, these people are taking it so lightly. Let's come back to that particular point of that whether this cloud seeding is going to happen or in a beautiful way. Probably no. If you see, there are a number of websites. If you just go through this, there is no cloud, as already Wing Commander told. And I have also gone through some of the site that what is the condition after 10 days. There is no cloud. And if there is no cloud, as Dr. Shah already mentioned, there is no point of this um, uh, the chemical which we are using, the silver iodide, which is of course a bit expensive, and you are having another chemical composition injected in the air, which probably as a result we can breathe this. So we have to find out another way. We have to reduce this pollution of transport. We have to use electrical vehicles, as my panelist already mentioned. We have to find out those ways that how you can reduce the biomass burning. There is a need of like workshop or something like to teach to the public.
Okay. Before I get in, Dr. Yash Jhaveri, let me quickly get in some breaking updates coming in on this very story. Arvind Kejriwal government has taken a big decision regarding artificial rain. Kejriwal government's order to Delhi Chief Secretary, Delhi government side should be presented in Supreme Court tomorrow. Delhi government is ready to bear all expenses. If the central government supports, then Kejriwal government can make the first artificial rain in Delhi by 20th of November. Environment Minister Gopal Rai has reportedly given these orders to the Chief Secretary of Delhi. Naveen Nishant is joining us for more on this story. Naveen, the experts, the scientists believe that this is not practical, but the government is determined.
बिल्कुल देखिए, पायलट प्रोजेक्ट के तौर पर जो आर्टिफिशियल रेन है वो दिल्ली सरकार करवाने की तैयारी कर रही है, और दिल्ली सरकार का ये मानना है कि अगर बारिश होती है तो जो डस्ट पार्टिकल्स हैं जो अभी के समय एयर में मौजूद हैं उससे होने वाले पोल्यूशन में कमी हो सकती है। तो ऐसे में कल सुप्रीम कोर्ट में प्रदूषण को लेकर एक अहम सुनवाई होनी है। तो ऐसे में दिल्ली सरकार ने, जो दिल्ली के चीफ सेक्रेटरी हैं नरेश कुमार, उन्हें भी ये निर्देश दिया है कि जो पूरे प्रेजेंटेशन है आर्टिफिशियल रेन का उसे सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सामने रखा जाए, और ये भी कहा गया है कि जो इसका पूरा खर्चा है वो 2 स्टेप में होने वाला है और लगभग 13 करोड़ रुपए इस पूरे प्रोजेक्ट पे खर्च होने वाले हैं। तो उसकी पेमेंट पूरी दिल्ली सरकार करेगी। आईआईटी कानपुर के साथ मिलकर दिल्ली सरकार इस प्रोजेक्ट पर काम कर रही है और दिल्ली सरकार का यह भी कहना है कि अगर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से उन्हें थोड़ी हेल्प मिलती है तो वो 20 नवंबर के आसपास दिल्ली में पहली आर्टिफिशियल
Dr. Javeri, 20th November, the Delhi government is prepared to do artificial rain. They're saying they are even willing to bear the cost for this.
Thank you, Mr. Uday, for having me on the panel. I will give you some pretext from a healthcare provider point of view. When we talk about complex problems in, say, healthcare, we always say if the answer is simple, very, very clear and obvious, then it is wrong. So this is a very, very complex problem. And this is because of series of blunders committed over years. Now, if we look at a solution which is so simple, probably we are thinking too much and we are overestimating the effect of such an artificial rain. As already pointed out earlier also, we are choosing the bigger evil probably. We are playing with the nature. Artificial rain can add to more of micropollutants. There is another analogy which I'll take from healthcare. Don't shoot until you see white of the eye. So until we have good amount of data from the field where we have seen the effect of artificial rain on reducing air pollution, there are scant data, but again, it is not significant to do this. But at the same time, this is a big disaster. And we are adding mortality and morbidity to our patients and to our common public. Healthy individuals who are gymnastics, who are athletes, they are suffering from airway inflammation. Their life expectancy has gone down drastically. The cloud used to be only in the Delhi region earlier. We shifted from Delhi to Lucknow for the same reason. And in 10 years, the cloud and the cloud of this pollution has covered almost 300 kilometers of radius of Delhi NCR. So we used to think on multiple grounds because this is a complex problem. As already pointed out, we should only not thinking about precipitating these pollutants which are in air. We should be first thinking about simpler solutions like the production of these pollutants, which is basically from ground fires or industrial or vehicular. So we need to think out of the box, and each and every one of us, not only the governments of Delhi, UP, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Punjab or Delhi or central government, but each of one have to think out of box, and because it's our health, it's our air which we are trying to salvage from this drastic situation.
Out-of-box thinking required. Out-of-box thinking is the need of the hour, says the expert from the hospital front, from the healthcare front. Do you agree, Group Captain Jha?
Often in science, we believe often, you have to think differently. But yes, do think differently if that is going to pay, and especially when as a healthcare, when we suggest something to think differently, you have to...
But the Delhi government is still determined. They're saying we'll fund it as well. We'll get rain done by 20th November.
Delhi government, I don't know, within under Mr. Natwarlal, whosoever may be heading the government, they can do anything. But do not belie the scientific facts. One odd sortie of an aircraft spraying there and trying, hoping out of the blue that something will come. Maybe okay, it will not do significant damage. But don't go by that, because the entire scientific data is against you. There is no cloud, there is no moisture. Where from the water will come? Will God Indra give that water to our Natwarlal to spray over Delhi area? No.
Right.
Think of that. So first think logically. If there is a moisture in the atmosphere, please do try it. But
okay.
If there is no...
Okay, I'm going to have to leave it at that. We've run completely out of time. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.